Folks, let me tell you about my good friend Todd Nettleton from the Voice of the Martyrs. For over 2 decades, Todd has risked his life to bring attention to the persecution of Christians around the world. Now he's written a powerful book called Faith is Forbidden, detailing his travels and experiences. As a special gift to my listeners, you can get a free copy of this incredible book by simply clicking the link in the description below or call 844-464-3043. The Senate work calendar is a disgrace. And I intentionally did not hit this throughout the month of June because of the big, beautiful bill. Okay, yeah, you got to pass the big, beautiful bill, but enough, okay? This whole that we're going to arrive on Tuesday afternoon and we're going to leave on Thursday afternoon, when Donald Trump still has hundreds of unconfirmed appointees. Do you know Donald Trump still has hundreds of unconfirmed appointees? Hundreds. Ambassadorships, U.S. attorneys. We have people that are very important mid-level positions at Department of Justice, at Department of Labor. It is unacceptable to take a quarter of an entire presidential term to staff the president's picks. And John Thune, we're looking at you. John Thune, generally, I think you've been doing a good job. But now, enough. We have to get the big, beautiful bill. Well, you passed it. And these senators, we're going to start melting fold lines. We expect a vote-a-rama. You can do concurrent nominations. If we do not have every single one of Trump's nominees by Labor Day, we're going to have serious problems. And by the way, Lindsey Graham, we're talking to you. That's Lindsey Graham. Why? Andre Bauer, one of the guys that's running up against you in the primary in South Carolina, is coming to the Student Action Summit. This is why we're behind Nate Morris in Kentucky. We at Turning Point Action, we are going to be at the vanguard. We are going to be the tip of the spear for replacing bad Republican senators. And Lindsey Graham is the worst offender of the Senate work week. I don't know what he does for this time. What is Lindsey Graham doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday? Is he probably, honestly, I think we know what he's doing. He's planning for another war is what he's doing. How do I try to get us for regime change? Look, the audience is ticked off, and you should be. President Donald Trump is working his tail off. And by the way, we do not have U.S. attorneys in a lot of these places. We have acting. Do you notice if you ever watch Fox News, and I got a great relationship with Fox News, do you ever notice when you watch Fox News, do you look at the titles of their guests? Acting U.S. attorney, acting U.S. attorney, acting U.S. attorney, acting U.S. attorney. Do you know what that means? That means that the Senate has not lifted a finger to confirm them. Acting ICE director, acting U.S. attorney, acting. And at some point, we have to start to power through. That's Jeff Flake. Boy, that's a blast from the past. The U.S. Senate, we need to really have a come to truth moment, a come to Jesus moment. They have to do a vote-a-rama. Enough of this. I'm only going to work 2 days. 1/4 of Trump's presidency is going to be taken from us. I know great people that are still not U.S. ambassadors to very important countries. Places where we need a representative. Guess what? You know what happens when we don't have a U.S. ambassador to these countries? Some career Biden holdover is representing America in that country, in countries like Switzerland, in countries like Italy. Now, finally, some of those are getting through. Tillman Fertitta is getting through. Charlie Kushner is getting through. But still, there's major countries without U.S. ambassadors. Major countries. And this is how the Uni-Party operates. I said this on Jesse Waters' program recently. They operate by running out the clock. And it's time for the U.S. Senate to get off their tail, or else the grassroots is going to roar. Oh, I wonder why the midterms were not as well as one of them. Because you guys do not work nearly as hard as your constituents do. They wanted us to feel sorry for them. Well, we pulled an all-nighter for the big, beautiful bill. Really? You pulled an all-nighter? I know 36 moms in Peoria, Arizona that pulled an all-nighter. Blake pulled an all-nighter to help prepare for our show. I mean, you pulled an all-nighter? If this was a pro sports team, if this was the Packers or the Bears or the Cubs or the Diamondbacks or the Cardinals or the Cowboys, there'd be no excuses. We'd say, fire the coach, work all night. We demand you make the playoffs. But for the U.S. Senate, we say, it's okay, you can work 2 days. It's disgusting. Get to work or feel the wrath.